Today I'm going to show you guys how to open a document through Google Drive, and this is how you're going to publish your writing piece. So go ahead, go into Clever, go into your Clever. I'm logged in under Brittany's Clever. So you need to find the one that says K Yonkes page, and you'll click on that. You may need to pause this and then do each step as I'm showing you. I think that would be easier than watching this whole video and then trying to go back and remember everything. So pause it, log into Clever, and find K Yonkes page. All right, then next you're going to scroll down and go to Google Drive. Click on Google Drive. My dog and another dog are playing. They're like rolling around. They sound like gremlins. All right, so you're going to log in with your account. So your normal first name dot last name at fwcsstudents.org. Oops, no typo. With your one-word password, and then sign in. So go ahead and pause it and do that. Once you get logged in, it's going to look like this, maybe. Let it load. Okay, so the stuff you see on here is the stuff that I have shared with you, like the assignments that you do through my public folder. But I went this weekend and set up a private folder for each one of you. So you go over to the side and you're going to go to Shared with Me. Shared with Me. And then you find your name right here. So, and this is your own private folder that the only people that can see what are in this folder are you and me. So the nice thing is as you type things, like as you publish your writing, you don't have to email it to me or send it to me. You don't even have to press save. It automatically saves it in this folder, and then I can access it on my computer. So that way you'll publish, you'll type your piece up, and once you're done typing, boom, it's done, and you have fulfilled the assignment. All right, so the way I want you to pause it and get to this screen. So, and then I'll tell you what to do next. So next you're going to actually open a Word document. So you're going to click where it says new. Up here, it's kind of cut off on my screen. There we go. New with the plus sign. So click on that, and we're opening a Google Doc, a document. So Google Doc. And yes, we want to create and share because you're sharing it with me. So creating, making one, sharing, Mrs. Yonke. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Pause it and do that. And then when you're back in, all the way up at the top, you see how it's called Untitled Document right here? Click there and you're going to give it the title of whatever your narrative is going to be. Let's type the word narrative because you're going to eventually have a lot of things in this folder. So put narrative and then your title. So mine was about a prank. Narrative, prank, Mr. Sleesman. Okay, and then go ahead and do that. Pause it and do that. And then when you're back, you're going to start typing down here. So I'm going to show you some of the different things on the screen, some of the different tools you can use. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure your name and the date are on your paper. So I like to switch it so it goes to the right-hand side. So if you look right here, this makes your cursor, this little blinking thing, go on the left. This is middle, and this is right. So make it go to the right. See, this is right align. So click it to the right, and then type your name and today's date. I'm doing this on 9/20/2020. That's a cool date. But you type whatever date it is today. Might be the 24th when I have you guys do this. All right. And then the problem is I'm stuck on the right side, and I don't want to stay on the right side. So make sure you've paused it and done that, and then unpause, and I'll show you how to get back to the middle. So to get back to the middle, you're going to press this thing in the middle that says center align. It's going to move your cursor so it's in the middle. And then in the middle, you want to type your title. So pranking Mr. Sleesman. So go ahead and click the center, type your title, and then pause this until that is done. The doggies are playing behind me. Can you see them? Yes, mine's the tan one, Zola, and Amanda is the black one, who's the neighbor's dog. They love to play fight. Okay, so now that you've got your name and the date and your title on, go ahead and press the enter button to go to the next line. Enter brings you to the next line. And press it 2 times so that you're starting like a whole separate line. Now the problem is if I type now, I'm going to be in the middle of the page, and I don't want to type all my stuff in the middle of the page. So instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is make it go to the left. So we had to make your name and date on the right, your title in the middle, and then go to the left here to start typing. Okay, so we're going to start now. With one of our other units, we'll be learning about how to write a proper paragraph and indenting and all that. I am not worried about that in this writing. We haven't learned that yet. Right now, we're just working on actually writing a piece. The things I am going to worry about, doggies, come on, is I want things to be capitalized properly and punctuated properly. Those are the two huge ones that I'm looking for. I'd like to see things spelled right, and I'll show you how to know if you spelled things wrong. So what you'll be doing is you are not making up a new story. I'm going to say that again. You are not making up a new story. I've had kids do that before when they typed it. No, you already wrote your story. You're going to look at your piece of paper or your notebook that you already wrote the story on, and you're just going to look at it and type that exactly. I don't have mine with me because I'm recording this obviously from home and my story's at school. But you are just going to type whatever it said. So one day, Mr. Sprunger noticed a poster on his bulletin board. I don't remember exactly what mine was. Oh, okay, got it. Go away. So let's say I spell bulletin wrong. I know that because see that little red squiggly line? Red squiggly lines show up underneath something that is spelled wrong or that the computer thinks you spelled wrong. A lot of times if it's a name, it will underline it thinking that it's spelled wrong because maybe the computer has never seen that spelling. Like a lot of times when I put Mrs. Yonke, nope, my computer knows that now because I've saved it. But if I do, let's see if I do Sleesman, nope, it knows that one too. Let's do Brittany's name. No, it's recognizing that. So certain names it may not recognize and it may do the squigglies even though it is spelled right. But right now what I can do since it says bulletin is spelled wrong, right click on it. So put your little cursor over there and right click the right side of not the left, the right side of your clicker. And then it shows you, look, did you mean this bulletin? So if it's spelled close, it'll show you the correct one. If it doesn't show you the correct one, it must mean that it's spelled so off that it can't figure out what you're trying to say. In that case, you might ask an adult how to spell that word. Okay, so you're just going to keep typing. I'm typing gibberish now, so please don't do that. But you're just going to type your entire piece. And then what happens is you don't even have to press save. Normally, if you're doing a Microsoft Word document, you would have to press save. You don't have to on this. Automatically saving as you're typing. And so when you're done, you'll literally just exit out and I will have it in my folder. So a couple of things I wanted to show you. Let's say I want to make this one bold. If you highlight it, that means I used finger. I clicked with one finger and then I scrolled on the trackpad with the other. So if I click with one and scroll with another, I can highlight some text. And then I could change B means bold. It's going to make it darker. See how that looks now? It was lighter. Now it's kind of darker. I is italics. It's going to make it slant a little bit. U is underline. It's going to underline what you had. So if you want to make something bold, like underline, you can play with that feature. If you want to change color, listen carefully. I'm okay with it being a dark color only. Dark green, dark blue, dark purple, black. Those really are the main things. I don't want a piece in yellow or orange, even red, because it'll be hard for my eyes when I'm grading it. Definitely don't want a rainbow piece that sort of colors every word or every other thing. Black is actually what usually things are typed in. So I would prefer black if you want a title or something, as long as I can read it as a dark color. So you could click on this little thing here that says text color. You can change it. Do you think this is a good color for me to change it to? Too light. I don't want that. I said dark colors only. Oops. If you make a mistake, this is the action that takes it, that gets rid of the mistake you just made. Please note that if you do delete like everything you have, like let's say I accidentally, oh my gosh, where did it go? You can do this little back button, undo what you just did, and it will bring it back if you haven't exited already. If you exit the document, it saved what you did last. So I'm going to make this a dark color. This is a dark color. That looks okay. I can read that. That doesn't hurt my eyes. I don't want you to highlight anything. You do not need to add pictures into this. If it's too small and you need to zoom in, you can zoom in a little bit so that it's easier for you to see. That would be fine. That's the zoom in, zoom out. Because when I'm reading it, if you were zoomed in itty bitty and that's too small for me, I can just zoom back out myself. That's if it's easier for you that way. Okay. I think those are all the special things I wanted to show you. Oh, if you want to make some of the font bigger or smaller, where's my little mouse? My cursor disappeared. You can type, if you click right, there we go. So let's say I want to make my title a little bigger. So right now it's an 11. If I do this little arrow down, I can smaller. The smaller the number, the smaller the font. The bigger the number, the bigger the font. Do you think that's appropriate? No, 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 no. If you're gonna make it bigger, just a little bit bigger, that would be fine. The rest of your words, I want them bigger than a 12. 12 is plenty big. A lot of times when you get up into like high school and college, they will require that you use a certain type of font and a certain size font. So that way it's easy to read. So if you're going to change the type of font you're using, that's because Arial. That was automatic when it took me to. You can switch it to some different ones, and as long as I can read it, let me get rid of the gibberish part. So if I am changing my font right here, and like, let's see, this one, oh, that's a good one. I can read that really well. But if I change down to something that is hard to read, that's kind of hard to read. Although it looks really pretty, it's not as easy to read. So try to pick something that is going to be easy for your person who's grading it to read. If you pick something that's in all caps, that's a bad idea because I'm grading it. One of the things I'm grading is if you are doing your capitals correctly. So here we go. This one looks like it. Look. That's all caps. Don't use this font. It's very small, and then you're going to get marked off because everything is capital. So I don't know if you want to say capitals or not. So make sure you're picking fonts and sizes and colors that are all appropriate. And I noticed I just tried to change it. I need to highlight it. Another trick is you press on your keyboard Control A and it will select everything. Okay, so today, I want you to, if you need to rewatch any part of this video to see how to do something, fine. You should have been doing this as I went, but you need to have a document in Google Drive with your name, the date, type your title, and then start typing. No. So let me correct that because I forgot. You're not typing today. I was just teaching you how to get here today because this video is kind of long and it's going to take you a while to find all this stuff. So you are not typing your story today. I want you to be about this far so that you've been into Google Drive, you've found a folder, you've titled it word narrative with your title, you have your name, the date, and your title on your paper. And then if you want to sit there and kind of play with the fonts, the sizes, the colors, the bold, underline, just so you know how to use all that stuff. That's it. And once you have your paper set up just like this, you are done for today. That's all I want you guys to do, and we will start actually typing the story tomorrow. All right, let me know if you have any questions.